Hello, guys. Today's game versus Lions versus the Buccaneers, and the Seahawks versus the Bears. I mean, today has some not too bad games. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the Bears. First, let's start off with the Lions, Buccaneers. So that game, big running game, big running game. Um, Montgomery had a big run to get a touchdown. The Lions were really doing really good on the run game. In the beginning of the game, though, the Buccaneers defense, they have a good run defense. They know how to stop these running backs, and that's what they need to do against some of these teams. Because if they don't, then they're gonna be scoring all over them. Um, White had a crazy game. He had like two touchdowns or something, over 130 yards, which is incredible. ETN did really good. He got it was a big running game throughout. Baker Mayfield, though, his first pass of the game got intercepted. The thing, the thing with Baker Mayfield is that just the thing with his play, to be honest, is that he threw his other defenders open, right, and he threw it straight to this one defender in the middle of the field, who was clearly guarded, and he threw it, and it got intercepted. Now I don't know what he was trying to do there. Maybe he came off wrong, but I mean, you can't mess up like that in a big game like this. And I know that the Lions haven't been historically, past really haven't been the best team. Um, but at that point, you gotta make the good play for your team, and especially when you guys are on the 35 yard line or something like that, you can't make those big plays. You can't mess up that bad. Um, Otherwise, throughout the entire game, Baker Mayfield did pretty good. He led his team to a victory against the Lions, and this was actually a very good game. It was a good defense game, and it was a good offense game. So it was a pretty good game all throughout. Um, but really, for this comparison, we're not gonna just put it up as win or loss, because come on, the Seahawks were going against the Super Bowl champions of last year, the Chicago Bears, in the second week of the season. And the Seahawks, I mean, they have a good offense, but their running game, it hasn't been as well. So that's going to be interesting to see what they're going to probably do. I'm not saying Kevin Walker the third or Walker is a bad running back. I'm just saying, like, the team they've gone against, he hasn't gotten as many yards as he should have. He should. And the first week, the Seahawks went against the Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers beat the Seahawks. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the Seahawks can come back from a 2-game losing streak at this point, because you can't keep losing and not look to see who's messing up. And right now, it's not the offense. And I'm thinking it's maybe the defense, but the defense did not too bad. They held up the Bears for a couple of times. Their DBs really need to watch those people running from the back, like DJ Moore, who got 2 touchdowns this game, and he got solidified with a little toe tapper inbounds, which is a beautiful just pass just for Justin Fields to lay right there in his hands. But yeah, so to be honest, the Buccaneers are fine. Their offense is good. Their run defense is good. Their passing defense needs to get better, but it's not too bad. And they did what they need to do against the Lions. The Lions is actually not too bad of a team this year. They won the first game of the season against the Giants, but it will be better if the Seahawks could get a better defense. And I'm not saying that the defense is bad, because I know they're going against a crazy explosive team like Chicago Bears, but their run defense did hold Derrick Henry to like 27 yards or something like that. So I'm not too mad about that. They did what they needed to do. Yes, they lost 2 games, but come on, it's just the first 2 weeks of the season. You guys have 16 games left. All you have to do is just play good. If the Seahawks are not doing as good as they could, then you guys always just do the best you can to make it to the wildcard game. And when you make it to the wildcard game, just ball your buns out. So it's gonna be interesting to see how these teams go for the rest of the season. Right now, clearly the Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers are fine. They are already doing what they need to do, and they're playing their best they can. And we really saw today in that Lions game, they did pretty well. So it's going to be interesting. I keep saying this, but it's going to be cool to see how these teams go throughout the season with this big trade like this happening earlier this week. And to be honest, the first practice, the two-team practice, on Friday of the Seahawks. No, not Friday. Of yesterday afternoon versus Seahawks and the Patriots. That was interesting. It was just a little clip, but just to see Black George on that team and passing to his players and elusive. He ran a lot versus the Bears because his receivers were open at points and they needed to get these big yards. And the Bears defense was really locking him down with the passing game. So it's always good to have a quarterback who can actually run as well. Yeah, yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I agree. And yeah, I mean, this further we go down the line, we can see any imperfections and whatnot. But it was a good game, good couple games today. Good luck to the Seahawks going on the season, and good job to the Buccaneers getting that big win against the Lions. Hope you guys enjoy the videos that we're posting out here, and yeah, peace.